The UK weather's so bad, so I don't want to go on the road when there's spray everywhere. I'd rather get into the woods, and if you're going to get muddy, you might as well get muddy properly, right? If you're switching from road to gravel, I'd just say don't overthink it. It's just literally, I don't know, go and hire a gravel bike, go into the woods. There's one thing you don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about cars, you don't have to worry about abuse from people on the roads. You can literally just be in the woods, get lost, like go with a friend and have a load of fun. It's quite sad in the UK, the race scene has died dramatically, really. Which is, to be honest, why I've started gravel racing a little bit more as well. We are still going to Belgium, but like Women's Tour of Britain, for example, which I raced last year, sadly got announced that that's not going ahead this year because of funding problems. But I've always incorporated gravel into my training program anyway, since COVID really, because it's something I enjoy, and also it is relentless and it's great strength training. So yeah, I incorporate it in anyway. So National Gravel Champs is quite new, especially the UK. The gravel scene's like growing year on year. And the first time I did it was 2 years ago. And it was quite weird. The women were merged in with the men's racing, so you did know where you were, but it was a bit quite easy for girls to like jump on guys' wheels and things like that. I think I got third the first year I did it. But then I came back last year and it was completely new structured. They did it a lot more official, and the field literally trebled in size. It was mad, and it was all the girls that I raced with on the road were now coming along and doing it. But yeah, I'd done a few races leading up to that race in Spain that were like 100 miles long. So I had some good prep in my legs, and I was quite hungry for it. Yeah, I think with gravel training, it is like going to the gym, I think helps with like cycling overall. But I've definitely noticed the difference in going to the gym with my gravel riding. But also I think just doing more of the gravel riding and going, I don't know, either like on muddy days, for example, when you're cycling on some, I don't know, muddy tracks or whatever, it is relentless, like, because obviously the ground underneath you is so sticky, like you're constantly on the pedals. And I think that's the difference between road and gravel. Like even if you're gravel racing, sitting on a wheel in gravel is so different to road. You can't really free wheel. So it's just training your body to be constant. And I mean, I go over the Purbex all the time and go up on top of Corfe Castle, like steep hills, and just relentless hill efforts can always help. As I lead up to Lifetime, like this last week, to be honest, I'll be going on the gravel bike and mountain bike a lot more. But usually in the week it'll probably be twice, sometimes only like once at the weekend or something, but it'll be like a long endurance gravel ride. So it's not like I'm gravelling every day. But yeah, as it gets closer to the events, I'll increase it more to like 2-3 times a week into my programme. But I still go out on the road and do my sharpening up and things like that. Bike handling work I do in Wareham Forest, local to where my parents are. There's loads of mountain bike trails, and with the gravel racing you can kind of get away with, I suppose, like road racing and gravel racing, you can transition some of your skills, but it's actually just having the confidence of trusting the tyres a lot more. So I tend to go and do some mountain biking around some of the trails with my dad's mate, because he's just an outrageous mountain biker, and he just sends me over these jumps, and he doesn't warn me, he just goes over and he goes, oh, jump, and I'm like, before I know it, I'm just flying down it. But yeah, I mean, you can, like daily, you can improve your bike handling by just, I don't know, repeating a circuit over and over again until you nail it, and that's what I've been doing lately, to be honest with you. I'm going to be racing the Factor Ostro gravel, which is incredible. I've had a taster on the Ostro road. If I'm totally honest, it is essentially a road bike set up with the clearance for gravel tyres. Like that's the way gravel racing is going now, because like some of the gravel racing is just long, like the long races, there'll be long straight sections where you could almost get away with riding a road bike. It's just obviously that it's so important about the tyres and being puncture proof.